Hello, my name is Alan Sherrod. For almost 6 years, I worked on an underwater communication system I call SCULS. SCULS stands for Self-Contained Underwater Loudspeaker. This is the unit. It weighs 6.5 pounds. A diver simply clips it onto their buoyancy compensator. Microphone plugs into one side, it hooks to a full face mask, and you can talk underwater. You can be heard 300-400 feet away. It's really great to utilize with your dive buddy as an instructor with a class, or as a photographer, videographer, anyone that's working with someone in the water. You need to get their attention, you need to talk to them. If you need to give them specific instructions that you can't give with hand signals, this is a unit you need. Very simple design. It's powered by 12 volt DC. I like to use rechargeable batteries. It takes 8 AA batteries. I use rechargeables, or you can use 8 AA alkaline batteries, any brand you want. I like Duracell, but that's my choice. Now, you take the batteries. If you take a rack of them out, they're really easy to install. The grounds of the batteries go to the springs in the holder. Simply put all 8 of the batteries in there. This is a standard 9-volt battery connector. It comes out of the unit that way. Place the battery in the hole. As soon as you plug the battery in, the unit comes on. There's not an extra switch. Less things to break down. This is a watertight compartment for the battery, secured by an expansion plug. Just put it in, just give it a couple turns. Deeper you go, the tighter it's going to get, so you're not going to flood your battery compartment. You don't have to over tighten this. Just a couple turns till it's snug. Now, up on the top of the unit, there's 2 ports. One for microphone, one for MP3. Has a rotary switch, which is a magnetic reed switch. There's a magnet on one side of the switch, and each side there's magnetic reed switches. As this magnet passes over, it connects that magnet and turns that port on. So if I turn it to the back, it turns on the right port. If I turn it to the front, it turns on the left port. Now, let me show you what I've got. I'll set this one aside. I have 4 units up here that are already connected, ready to use. This unit is utilizing the Ocean Reef Neptune Space Mask. Now, I already have the batteries installed, microphone is switched. We'll place it on.
And this is the SCULS unit using the Ocean Reef Neptune Space Mask. This is a very popular mask. I've saw hundreds of them sold at NEMA in the last few years, so a lot of people have this mask. It's a really easy conversion, and then you're utilizing the SCULS, and you can start communicating today.
Another full face mask that I've used with the SCULS unit here is the Kirby Morgan M48. This has a removable pod. You can utilize their regulator, or you can place your own first stage regulator, second stage regulator into the pod, to where I have quick disconnects on mine because I use it in a couple different ones. But this is what it sounds like in the Kirby Morgan M48.
Okay, the unit's on, microphone switch. See, if you were diving with this unit and you didn't want to hear the breathing sound, you could actually turn this switch off.
Now you don't have any broadcast coming through the speaker side.
Turn it back on, then you can go ahead and talk. So,
that was with the Kirby Morgan M48 Super Mask. Now, I've used this mask for about the last 5 years. It's been a really reliable, dependable mask. Just a little less than a year ago, I found this, which was really unique. It was a mouth pod. I use the same scuba mask that I use when I'm spearfishing or teaching class, and it works out really well. Now, I get to use my regular mask that I would normally dive with, and then this is a mouth pod. Now, I would use this regulator plugged into this mouth pod, and that way I'm still using my first stage. The only thing I've added to my equipment now is just this pod with the cord and microphone. So if I pull this up, now this is
the SCULS unit utilizing the mouth pod, and if I was underwater, I would have my regulator in. And it's a very comfortable piece of equipment. The way that I have the setup, it stays on your face. However, if you needed to share air, just like the Kirby Morgan, you could pull this pod out of the way.
Now you could take any regulator you wanted, you would still be able to see, where some of the full face masks, you have to take the whole mask off. With these two units, you're able to switch to a safe second very, very easy and put it back in place when you're done.
So you see that that was a very quick change.
Now, like I said, all of these units, you can have an MP3 player plugged in and play music while you're underwater. Also have a diver recall system that I use, which is the SCULS unit. Same setup, same switch. I just drop it over the edge of the boat. I have a long cord. Just drop this over the edge of the boat. Most of the time, I'm just listening to music. I can plug it into the radio on the boat, or I can to my phone. But with this microphone, I can make an announcement if I have divers in the water and I would like to give them direction and I want them to come up, or if there's a boat coming, I tell them to stay down a little longer or move whichever way I want them to move. So this is a piece of equipment that you can utilize as a diver recall, or something you can give instruction to the people underwater. One thing I really like doing with it is listening to music, and let me hook that up for you. What I have here is a waterproof bag. I can dive with this bag, or I can just leave it on the boat. Usually what I do is just leave this on the boat and turn the music on, let this hang underneath the boat. That way I can just go down there and spearfish, enjoy myself, and I don't have to carry any of this with me. So this is what the unit sounds like. So if this is what if you'd like to go out and enjoy a dive, listen to some music in the water, or if you have a need to call divers back to the boat, this is a very good unit for you. Any one of these units, without the full face mask, the SCULS unit itself is $850. So if you'd like more information, please visit my website at divesculls.com. That's DIVESCULS.com for more information. Thank you.